I'm here with Jean LaVallie, and we want to have a conversation about Jean's success in Synergy Worldwide. And Jean, you've made it to what we call the team manager level, and I just want to take people on maybe a journey.
Okay.
Because when you originally got into Synergy Worldwide, did you come in as what we would call a business builder, or did you just come in as a product user?
Oh my goodness, total product user. I never imagined that this would be my job. But I came in as a product user, got some amazing results for my dangerously high blood pressure that came down naturally with ProArgi-9 Plus. And, I noticed the difference right away, not with my blood pressure, but with my energy levels.
Okay.
At 50 years old,
Did I hear that right? Did you give your actual age on camera?
At 50 years old, I was a walker.
Okay.
Never ran in my life, and one day I was out for a walk after getting on ProArgi-9 for about a week, and I thought, I feel like running. And this is just a random thought. It's like, I feel like running. I'm not a runner, and
Okay.
Have been running ever since. Since then, have joined a boxing gym, and I'm boxing at the age of 52.
Okay.
And
Wow, you're really disclosing a lot of information.
actually, my husband's on ProArgi-9 too, and he's playing hockey on 3 different leagues now at the age of 52.
Okay.
So and we started out as product users for sure.
So from a product usage standpoint, you saw, I guess, huge differences in how you felt.
Absolutely.
And would you say that at age 52, you're most likely in better shape than what you were at maybe age 45?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Same thing for your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this product has given you the opportunity to do things that you are really passionate about from an exercising standpoint. And I guess my question is, how did you transition? What was the transition for you from going from a product user into looking at the business opportunity?
Okay. Because I thought it was such a great product, I just naturally started to tell people, you have to try this. You have to try this. And so many people, I don't know if it's that I feel like I'm 45 again. It's just as you get older, you start to feel yourself slowing down. You start to feel yourself needing maybe a nap in the afternoon if you're going to stay up late that night, or not having the energy to maybe to keep up with your grandkids or keep up with your kids anymore. So a lot of the women my age that I know that
Sure.
were having some of those symptoms, I said, here, try this. You know what? It worked for me. And they started buying it. And so by word of mouth, people were then buying from Synergy. And I thought, well, my goodness, this is a job I could have. My kids had all grown, and I was looking
Okay.
for something to do.
All right.
So that's how I transitioned into maybe this is a good idea, and maybe this is a business for me.
Okay, so you were able to move from being in the business of taking care of your children, your kids, and you wanted to fill a space where you could now take care of other people. And I would assume that health and exercise have been a passion for you?
Absolutely, always.
Okay.
I always wanted to stay active. I always felt like if I could keep my activity level up at the same level as I aged, then the aging wouldn't be as debilitating.
Okay.
And like I shared, I started to feel like I was slowing down more. But then once I got on the ProArgi-9, I felt like I was speeding up again.
All right. So you made that transition to what we would call a business builder.
Right.
Had you ever done network marketing before?
Never. And to be completely honest with you, was not completely enamored with the whole business. I really got into the business because I thought this is a product that people need to know more about.
All right. So you were very much product focused.
Absolutely.
Okay. As opposed to traditional network marketing where people are just looking for signing up distributors.
Right.
All right. And so you're product focused, and what was your skill level in this business?
Well, I think you know the answer to that question, Dan. That's why Dan's smiling. It's because when I first started in network marketing, someone said to me, well, we need you to give a 5-minute presentation, and I literally thought that I was going to throw up. I don't get in front of people. Well, I didn't get in front of people. I didn't do any kind of presentations or even approaching people about business or talking to people about business. It was way out of my comfort zone.
Okay, so there were a lot of things that were way out of your comfort zone, and if you're going to effectively build a business, you had to begin to move out of that comfort zone and get comfortable with learning some skills and techniques.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It's been such a growing process, though, Dan. I mean, it has been just a whole new awakening for me with this business.
Sure. That was my phone.
Oh.
That was my phone. It sounds like a bird. So if you heard that on the thing. So now, the skills that you've learned, we put together an organized program called the Teams Extreme program. But the skills that you've learned in helping you better do your synergy business, have they also transferred to other areas of your life?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. One of the things that I've really learned with being a network marketer is learning how to listen to people. And you really can't...
The art of asking questions.
Absolutely, because if you don't know what people's problems are, there's no way that you can comment or help them move in the right direction. And now I use that with my family and with my own children is, okay, spend more time listening and seek first to understand before you try to be understood.
Yeah, or tell them what they should be doing.
Yeah, right. Well, I got to know what they're doing before I can tell them what they can do.
Right, right. Okay, so rather than maybe your initial approach with people is to just dump information on them, and then hopefully that they would have the same passion for it as you did, what you've learned is to ask questions, find out where they're coming from, and then you can give them the information that will best speak to them.
Right.
Would that be
right.
accurate?
And I would say the listening is the biggest thing, because when I first started with network marketing, what I wanted to do was wanted everybody to be as excited about the product as I was. And it turns out people aren't just going to listen to you. People want you to understand what's going on in their life.
Okay. I'm preparing another video, and one of the phrases that I use in there, passion without competency doesn't get you very far.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. You can be really passionate about it, but if you don't know how to answer their questions, and you most likely have experienced this because we're working together to improve each other's skills. It's not a fun thing when you can't answer people's questions or they start questioning you about your product and you don't have the answers about it, and it's like you go away thinking, why am I doing this?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. You get that feeling of dejection.
Yeah, and so with that comes less activity, less willingness to share your passion because you don't want to get shot down. But if you can share your passion and ask people questions ahead of time so that you can know how to effectively share your passion and position information in front of them, it makes a huge difference.
And I think really a big part of asking questions is you can ask a lot of questions, but one of my big problems was that I would cut somebody off and finish their sentence for them. I think as you're asking questions, then you sit back and you listen. And Dan has taught me how to listen.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Because so often we've got our agenda in mind, and it's not our agenda, it's what that person's looking to accomplish. And then if we can help them, we can show them the way because we better understand.
Right.
Okay, great. So in that process of going from a product user that had great results, still continues to get great results, you've been able to acquire a solid customer base.
Yes.
Does that customer base provide you with cash flow for your Synergy business?
Yes, absolutely.
Even outside of the residual income that you get from Synergy Worldwide?
Yes.
Okay.
The actual the retail markup of selling the product is what keeps the business alive.
All right, so you have a great customer base, people that have no interest in the business, but they love the product, and you're able to service them either by directly selling to them or having them get on the preferred customer program where they get the product from Synergy Worldwide directly.
Exactly.
Whichever works best for them and what their needs are.
Exactly.
Okay? And in that process, have you also been able to attract some business builders that want to join you in Synergy Worldwide and learn how to build their customer base and their distributor base?
Yes, and that's one of the first things that I talk to a lot of alternative health professionals.
Okay.
And that's the first thing that I ask them to do is to get on the product. Because that is really the clincher for me, is when people become a product of the product, see that it is a viable product, even if they have no health issues, if they just work out or they're looking for a little more energy. Once they get on the product and they start to realize this is a little bit different product than what we're used to, and this is something that can make a difference for their patients and clients as well.
All right, and one of the things that we try and teach people is to find a market, a niche market. And so you've been concentrating on the alternative healthcare industry, how this is just a real natural fit for what they're doing, that they can bring a preventative cardiovascular program into their operation, be able to help their current client base improve their cardiovascular wellness, and at the same time differentiate themselves in the marketplace, that they could attract other people to them, not just for their primary services, but also now for this cardiovascular prevention model that we brought here in Chicago.
Right, right. Yeah.
And have you had success in being able to attract alternative healthcare professionals into this market?
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, it goes back to the skills. If anybody had asked me to do what I'm doing today, or that I would have thought of it when I first started, there's no way that I would have done it. But because my skills have built, I feel like my skills would have built that much faster if I had gotten into a training program right away, and I would be that much further along now. Now that everything has been laid out for each distributor, as I bring someone in, I can bring them to the level where I'm at a lot faster.
Yeah, that's a great point, because I want you to go back to when you first decided to get into the business versus where you're at now. What would have been like if you had gone and walked into a doctor's office and tried to make a presentation versus where you're at now?
It would have been disastrous.
Okay.
It would have been disastrous. In fact, I did go into a chiropractor's office when I was a very young distributor, and I didn't know anything about asking questions. I didn't know. I came in with all my material and sat down and said, "This is what you need to know, and this is something that you need to do." And it was very awkward. It was very hard. But now I want to know what the doctor's thinking. Is this something that maybe you'd want to work? There's, quite frankly, some doctors I don't want to work with now. I find out through the art of asking questions. Mm-hmm. So it really is. It does become art. It does become something that is acquired. But again, I want to go back to, if I had started at the training program like Team 6 3 years ago when I first started, I would be way further ahead than I am right now, because I muddled through all on my own, and then I met Dan, who we teamed up together. This has been a long, slow process for me, but still keeping with it has made all the difference.
Okay, so you had to put in the effort, but once you put in the effort when you didn't know anything, and then once we had a training program in place and you put that effort and you learned skills and techniques and how to use resource tools effectively, it's made a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. That's the key.
So the work still has to be there, but it's working within a system that can teach you the skills necessary to become more effective, because you already had the potential. We just had to tap it.
Yeah.
Well, and learn the skills.
I think one of the most important things that we say is that I can be working really hard, but if you're not working on the right things, then that's not going to get you ahead. So now what Team 6 does for me is teaches me the skills to, what am I trying to say?
Well, the skills and the right activities that you need to do on a daily basis.
Team 6 teaches me the skills and the right activities to be doing, so that I am not wasting my time doing busy work that probably doesn't need to be done.
Yeah, doesn't get you any closer to your goals. So you've been able to go from a person who didn't really know anything about network marketing, loved the product, had great use, and then as you built those skills and developed an organization underneath you, you're now at the team manager level in Synergy Worldwide, which is quite an accomplishment for people.
Yes, it is.
And that. And you're one of the, I consider it fortunate to be able to work with you. It's a privilege to be able to work with you.
Dan,
Oh,
I
you're
feel
welcome.
the same way.
Yeah. And it's nice because you have a passion for health. I have a passion for health. We're able to then channel that into an effective program, because there's so many niche markets for this product. I mean, you're looking at the alternative healthcare professionals. We've just got done working with one of the most respected trainers, athletic trainers here in America. She has been able to knock 6 minutes and 2 seconds off of her previous best 5K time.
That's amazing.
And yeah, it is amazing. All because of one simple change in her life, which is adding ProArgi-9 Plus to her already great nutritional profile that she does. And then once she saw improvements in her workouts, then she began to change her cardio programs to really maximize that. And her last 5K that she did, she knocked her 6 minutes and 2 seconds off of her previous best before she ever got into ProArgi-9 Plus. And right there is another huge niche marketplace that if people can better understand how to effectively market to them, there's a huge opportunity to both create a customer base of people using products, as well as there'll be people in that will want to become distributors for the product, because they'll want to share that with other people and they see the opportunity for it.
Yes. Yes, and what a great feeling to go to work every day knowing that I'm helping other people,
Yeah.
not only helping them with their health, but also helping them to make a residual income that can help benefit their family.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time. Any last thoughts that you want to share with people on this recording?
The only thing that I would like to say, if you're thinking about becoming a distributor, is that it's not easy work, but it can be fun, and especially if you have a team that you really enjoy being around. And I can't tell you how gratifying it is to me when a customer comes back to me and says that their life was changed because of this product. Their life is improved. They have more energy. They can enjoy their family more. They seem happier. And all the health problems that they had before have seemingly disappeared, and the doctors don't know why. That is the best part of this job.